Then, if we move all the way into the high school, that's where then there is a time, and there are many times, but the specific block or science lesson is the young people do work with embryology. And so at that point, then the human being, the students, again moving from the whole human being and from the feeling life, a discussion with parents about what was it like when I was born? What was going on with you and Dad? Or if the child was adopted, what was going on with you and Dad? Or mom and mom, or whatever the family constellation is. What was going on when you knew you wanted a child? Or when did you feel us? When did you feel me as the child calling to you? How? And again, within whatever works in the parameters of that family, but by this point, the young people are 15 years old. And so this dialogue about pregnancy and then any details about childbirth that the parents feel and want to share with the young person. Then moving into looking at the developing human being from the very beginning. And again, recognizing that there is something that exists before this mineral physical exists. And so looking at now detailed reproductive anatomy and physiology, but in a context of not just this sterile thing, right? But what is the feeling life, what goes on in this? And then the very detailed looking at the development of the embryo, working with, and this was this little flip book that one student did, how do we picture cell division, right?
That's great.
Right? So again, not only in a feeling way, but everything that the students do is also, just as from the very beginning, how can it be artistic? How can it be beautiful? Because when work is done this way, right, the whole human being is engaged. And so then in high school, this comes that now there is this picture of the human being, but always with this feeling quality, and always for the student when they're learning, they're thinking and they're feeling and they're willing or engaged. So these three things, the willing and the feeling and the thinking, are engaged in all three areas of the education in different ways all the way through. How we look at the human being is the same in a sense all the way through, but brought into these picture forms or these experiences for our students at these different stages of their